What motivated me to write this book were mainly my two children. I wanted them to have written records with the lessons and observations that I've gathered on my own journey on this life. And that's the very thing. We're all on our own journey, and it's very personal. And it can seem very different from one person to the next. It's also highly similar for everybody as a whole, since we all have an effect in each other's perspective of reality. That being said, it can be almost inevitable for someone else's journey to not infiltrate and influence our own journey, because in the end, everything connects. And I guess that sort of touches on my other source of motivation for writing this book, which is wanting to help by reminding people of forgotten information that can help reduce a lot of suffering and pain, because there's so much of it. It's everywhere. So that's a good example, something we all share, which is the pursuit of happiness. However, I will say that did change for me now, because even happiness doesn't last. And so since suffering is quite prevalent and democratic, I wanted to find a solution that transcends the pursuit of happiness as well, and suffering. Because unless we have a solid foundation, not one that's delicately balanced, so that whenever happiness does pay us a visit, it's not received with suspicion or with anxiety. And so both positive and negative aspects need to be seen through a completely different lens so that we can navigate both as they're meant to be navigated as, where we no longer receive happiness with fear that it will soon end or that it might be a trap of some sort. Or in the case of suffering, where it can just destroy us, making us bitter and resentful for the rest of our lives. And so this book aims to shed light on certain human tendencies that can keep us locked in trauma, pain, and unnecessary suffering. Later on goes into sharing a broader perspective so that those that are continuing to feel the pain of the past or any future pain that will come, because it will come, are better prepared to tackle it when it does appear.
I picture pain and suffering, much like an underworld. It can be cold, dark, and suffocating. It can be tempting to become resentful when one is in this place. This book aims to illuminate a forgotten aspect of ourselves, or hidden reservoir of power and immense resilience that can elevate us beyond our suffering, allowing us to stand above it. It serves as a reminder that despite the debilitating hardships, we are anything but weak. In fact, we are quite untouchable.